So how do you feel about the stand your ground?
Oh, I couldn't care less about that kind of nonsense, about the stand your ground thing. Whatever you think is necessary and proper for your survival, nobody can judge you. So I played on the video, too. I did necessary and proper for probably about an hour. So that's basically the stand your ground thing. It's necessary and proper rule. You could call it stand your ground, but it's the necessary and proper doctrine. And that's what I said, that's why half the Constitutional Convention walked out in 1789, including Patrick Henry, the give me liberty, give me death guy. I said, I didn't sign that piece of crap. I said to them on a video I did, I said, read Article 1, Section 8, Clause 18. Anything that the government or any officer of the government or any agent of the government feels that is necessary and proper to carry out the execution of this Constitution, they may do. And then Patrick Henry said, this creates a dictatorship. This is just what the king says. The king says that we can do whatever he thinks is necessary and proper for the survival of the land. That he could execute anything that he feels is necessary and proper for our survival. You people are just pretending to be little kings. And half the delegation got up out of the Constitutional Convention and walked out. See, now that they never show you on a movie. There should be twice as many people who signed that damn thing, but they got up and left. How come they never show you that in the movie? Because the government doesn't say, well, like a Nancy Pelosi will say, well, we do it because of the Commerce Clause allows us, or the Interstate Commerce Clause allows us, or the whatever clause allows us. No, they're relying upon the necessary and proper clause. But then they're going to tell you that they're relying upon the necessary and proper clause. They'll say, well, the treaty clause. No, it's not the treaty clause. It's not the Interstate Commerce Clause. It's none of those silly clauses. It's a necessary and proper clause. But they're never going to say the necessary and proper clause because you guys are going to Google it. And you guys are going to learn a history like I did that half the delegation left the Constitutional Convention way back when. As soon as they said, you pull that damn Clause 18 out or we're out of here. So obviously that's the last clause because they realized, well, you know, by putting Clause 18 in there that says basically anything we wish to do at any time we wish to do it, for any reason we wish to do it, we can do it. We're just going to do it. They didn't need to write anything more for themselves. They already had it right there. So like I said, people don't realize that. I wish they made a movie about that, and they said, hey, you know, everybody left. Why? Because the government's going to turn themselves into a dictatorship. At will, anytime it wishes to. Anytime it believes that it's got enough guns and enough personnel and enough money and enough control over its citizenship, it's going to fucking citizenry, it's going to take over because they feel it's necessary and proper. And that's what they walked out of the convention. They said, you know what, eventually the government's going to get so big, based upon this clause, that you people will be slaves. You people will be just a whole bunch of little kings running around. It's going to turn right back to merry old England. And they said, we don't want no part of this. We're not signing that piece of filth. And they left. Why do you think they left? Go study it. But like I said, that kind of stuff is hard to find. Maybe if you Google Patrick Henry walks out of the Constitutional Convention, maybe that might start steering you in the right direction. I don't know. I never Googled that. Maybe. Or maybe why did Patrick Henry refuse to sign? Maybe that'll help teach you guys what I'm trying to say. Instead of just saying, well, call some crazy guy who just says all these silly shit. It's like, oh, wow, man. And we actually did go back and Google it. Right? Wow, he did refuse to sign. Yeah. Why? Because it creates a dictatorship. It's insane. That clause is insane. But that's the George Zimmerman excuse. He thought it was necessary and proper for his survival to do what he did. Necessary and proper for his survival. Just like the tale of the Minuet. I say about the sea captain who had a boat, had a ship. It was at one time a British commercial vessel, but then it went into private hands, his hands, and then he had 3 people working, and they had to eat the cabin boy when that ship crashed, and they were in a rowboat. When he went back to England, everybody in England wanted to string up the captain because that's a gruesome. Back then, that was like beyond gruesome. What do you mean you ate the cabin boy? It's like, well, you know, I apologized to his mom, and his mom was like leading the hang the captain fucking parade. But they said, no, he had to do what he thought was necessary and proper for the survival of. It was under his domestic authority. It was his rule. He got to choose what he wanted to do on his ship. And once you boarded his vessel, you were totally under his authority 100%. There's not a damn thing you can complain about it when you get back to somebody else's domestic authority. You can't say, hey, my husband just beat the crap out of me. Well, hey, what domestic authority were you under? His. Well, hey, there's nothing we can do about it. Well, hey, my husband just ate all my children. Oh, well, what do I tell you? You on his boat? Oh, well, what do you want me to tell you? Nothing we can do about it. He said that's what was necessary and proper for everybody's survival. What do you want us to do about it? We weren't there. Dead men tell no tales. O.J. walked, and Zimmer walked. Dead men tell no tales. Pretty simple. You always see that in every fucking gangster movie. Hey, kill everybody. Kill everybody? Yeah, even the little children, everybody. Just no, dead men tell no tales.
No way.
They make movies about stuff like that, chasing little kids in an Amish community. Hey, that little boy witnessed it. I witnessed whatever it was with Harrison Ford. Hey, get the little boy. Why? Because he's a witness. Dead men tell no tales. They have no third-party impartial witness. They have no case. Everybody knows that. It's an ancient, simple rule. So when a state's moving a case against you, obviously you become the petitioner because you're the witness to yourself.